Hello everyone, it's Keira and welcome back to my channel. So Formula 3 came to an end last weekend at Sochi and my god, it feels like it's been going for a lifetime, but at the same time it feels like it's only just started. But we are indeed at the end of the season, and back in April, before their first race in Barcelona, I made my predictions for the season. As we know, Formula 3 is very difficult to predict, but I done it, and we are here to react to my predictions. I can really not remember anything I said in this video, so it'll be very interesting to see what I said and whether any of that came true, and just see if I had my crystal ball out or not. So before I get to the video and get on into reacting, please make sure to like the video if you enjoy it, comment below if you made any predictions and if any of them came right, and of course subscribe to my channel below because I'll be doing this for F2 and F1 when they eventually finish after Abu Dhabi. But anyway, let's just play the video. Hello everyone, it's Keira and welcome back to my channel. So it's finally that time again where I'm sitting down and filming my FIA F3 prediction for no, I'm so excited for this
season. I done this video last year for the 2020
I did do this video
season. I actually can't believe I've
watched this from last year. I done that as well last year.
I'm on to my second year of doing predictions for F3. As you know, F3 is so unpredictable and it's such a difficult series to predict, but I always give my task every single year to do it, and that is exactly what I'm doing today. So if you do enjoy the video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below. But I think we should just get into it. Okay, so the season actually kicks off next weekend for you guys. It kicks off at the Spanish Grand Prix weekend.
It does indeed.
So I'm doing these
this is
early just so I can
April.
get them out there so you guys can really get a feel.
To be fair, it's only September now.
The weekend and that, hopefully it'll be good. And first, I'm going to predict my rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year.
Got a fair few rookies in the FIA F3.
Oh, I know what I said.
It's such a different grid to what we had last year. You know, sometimes they stay the same. Like sometimes F2 stays the same a little bit, but this year FIA F3 is so different. So this is very difficult. But I'm going to predict my rookie of the year as Archer Leclerc. I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm being basic, but I was being basic. Who else I could really put up there? You know, his two teammates in Dennis Hauger and Ollie Caldwell are not rookies, and I kind of just still feel like the
Victor Martins, Keira. Victor Martins.
And Archer done really well.
Oh my gosh, I just need to pause it there. I feel like I was, in this video, you'll find out, I was just in this little Archer Leclerc bubble. And I don't know why, because he didn't even win Formula Regional European Championship, but I was just in this Archer Leclerc bubble. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I mean, congrats, but it was Victor Martins. And then I think after that was Ayumu Iwasa. There was quite a big jump between them both. Or was it? That might be a lie. I don't know. Maybe I saw that on Twitter. But either way, it wasn't Archer Leclerc, unfortunately.
In Formula Regional last year, he did
do well in Formula Regional.
Petkov, who is now in F2. So I think Archer is going to bring the momentum from last year into this year. You know, he had a really storming campaign last year and he done loads of good races. So I'm going to say Archer Leclerc. I mean, it's so difficult, but if I'm going to go Rookie of the Year, I'm going to say him. Now, next is who do I believe is the most improved team from last year. Now, FIA 3 has 30 drivers, if you are not aware. Each team has 3 drivers, and a lot of them just don't get any points. Like,
see, I can't remember I'd done this.
That 20 to 30. You don't even see them on the timer graphic. They just are not there. So there were quite a few teams, actually, that were on the struggle bus last year. But there's some teams that I could, like, maybe sometimes I think maybe Carlin could step up, or maybe Campos could do better, but I am probably going to say MP Motorsport. They had quite a rough time last year. They were in a lot of accidents they probably didn't need to be, but this year I feel like they have got good momentum going into the season. They've got some good drivers on board. They've got 2 Alpine Juniors in their lineup, so I just think it's going to be good. I don't know.
That is, okay, I make a very good point there of Carl Collette and Victor Martins. They were the people that really, you know, pulled the team through. I'm just going to try and get the results up for 2020 and then 2021, because I actually feel like I've got this right. So last year MP was 6th with 109 points, and this year MP were 4th with 224 points. That is a big jump. So I can't lie to you, I think I've got that one right. I can't see any other teams really getting up. Trident and Prem are up there. ART are up there. No, I think it's Charus actually. No, it's Charus, I think. Charus got 5 points last year, and then this year Charus got 127. I mean, technically, if you looked at the points there, it is MP, but Charus done a lot, but Charus were literally being carried by Logan Sargent. So honestly, I'm going to say that that's quite a solid answer from me there, because MP were very, very much improved and they had a very good lineup this year.
I don't know. I just feel like they've got some good momentum,
Yeah.
and with 3 good drivers, I would like to think it's going to push them forward a little bit. So I'm going to say them as the most improved team. Now, next is who do I believe is going to get the most podiums? Now, again, this is very difficult, but I'm probably going to say the High Tech and Red Bull Junior of Jack Crawford. Now, Jack is only 16 years old, and he is, you know, a very big talent. He had the massive battle with Johnny Edgar last year in ADAC F4. So I'm just really excited to see how he's going to go. And I just feel like he's such a strong driver.
I love Jack
Crawford. I don't know how to call it, like a fierce driver. He's got a lot of power behind his driving. So I just feel like he's just going to get up there a lot. Again, I don't know how the High Tech is going to perform, but I feel like if anybody is going to perform well in the High Tech, it is going to be Jack.
That is very true. Jack Crawford did improve very well with the High Tech, but I don't think it was Jack that he didn't get the most podiums, so I can rule that one out. And to probably nobody's surprise, the person who got the most podiums this year was Dennis Hauger with 9 of them. So Jack was quite a bit far off. Let's see how many Jack got. So Jack was a little bit far off there as he only got 1 podium. I think I just was expecting him to just bomb it, but actually he was kind of more like mid out of points pack, which is annoying, but I must have had a lot of hope for him.
Now the next one is who is going to be the new Alessio De Ledo. Now we know that
we had to get a new one.
F2 this year. How? Money. So we need someone to replace him. You know, we need somebody to be that De Ledo. If you don't know Alessio De Ledo and you don't know what he done last year, he was just a crashing machine, whether that was into somebody else, whether that was into the barriers, whether that was into nothing. Alessio De Ledo really caused a bit of a scene, and you know, he kind of was the new Rangonathan of F3. So we need a new one this year.
De Ledo, yeah.
I've had a look at, you know,
I know what I said for this. I could remember.
I think I could pick, and the person that completely stands out is Cordeal. Now, Cordeal was actually caught speeding at 300 kph on a motorway in his home country. And
crazy, man.
It was sent to the police. I don't know whether, you know, he got fined for it. I don't know if he actually got done for it or whatever. So just looking at that, and then looking at what Alessio De Ledo does on the motorway, they add up. They both do the same thing.
De Ledo on the motorway is literally the worst thing ever. He literally films himself weaving in and out of traffic. It's crazy. However, Amaury Cordeal, do you know what? Cordeal wasn't as bad as I thought he was going to be, purely because we just did not see him. Like, for some reason this year, in the timing graphic for F3, the timing page, like, didn't show you the, like, 23 down to 30. So that meant we really did not see Cordeal. So honestly, it's really hard to say who it was. I think it was Austria that Archer Leclerc actually was a bit of a bowling ball into Clement Novalak. So technically you could say it was him, but I don't actually think we had a standout De Ledo like we did the other year. I think there's definitely been slower drivers, but I can't think of anybody that was actually that much of a bowling ball. Like, I really can't. So Cordeal, I definitely think, has created some accidents this year. We didn't really have a new De Ledo. I'm a little bit upset about that, to be honest. Thing in speeding way too fast when they shouldn't be. So I'm not saying Cordeal is going to be bad. Like, he may just completely change, and he may not be that driver that he is on the motorway. He may be a completely different We didn't know
driver
Keira because we didn't see him enough.
If he's going that fast on the motorway, I would like to think he could go that fast on the racetrack, but I'm just not too sure, because the type of people that do that, they aren't the best. So I'm going to say Amaury Cordeal for that. If I'm wrong, then sorry. But I kind of feel like it could be him. Now, the next one is going to be the biggest overperformer. So that's kind of the people that I think are going to really overperform from what people have kind of first thinking of when they go into the season. Now, I'm actually going to say the whole Trident package as a whole. I feel like all 3 of the drivers are really going to do something, but I think especially Jack Doohan. He is a level back junior, and he is just, I think he's got a lot of redemption.
This is where my Trident, like,
he came in as a strong favourite last year into FIA F3, but kind of didn't deliver. He was in a lot of mistakes and was at the back of the grid a lot more than I feel like he should have been. So stepping up to one of the top teams in FIA F3 this year, I think it's going to do really well for him, and I feel like he can finally show what we kind of know he's got, but we've never seen. So I'm going to say Jack Doohan is going to be someone that's definitely going to overperform and really going to show what he's worth. We also have Clement Novalak in the team, who done really well last year with Carlin. You know, the other people that were in the Carlin last year just couldn't quite get to grips with the car, and they weren't getting the points, and they were having a lot of driver swaps last year, but Clem was the only one that consistently done really well, and that is obviously why he has been able to Clement Novalak to the end this year. If you didn't know Trident, I don't know how many people that are watching this
Clement Jack,
but Trident was one of the highest teams last year. They came out the bag straight away really strong, so it is one of the top.
I just want to pause that for a sec, because I think I've absolutely banged that. Like, I can't even lie to you, I've absolutely done that really well. Like, I was like, them 2 were going to be big, and they proved they were. I can't remember where I put them at the end for like the championship, but I feel like it was good, and I feel like I might have banged this one, so let's see.
And the next one is quite simply, how many driver changes will we see? Now, we know that in F3 and in F2 and mostly in
how many
series,
driver
you know,
swaps?
apart from
I don't even know the
Bull,
answer to this.
We do see a lot of driver changes within the mid-season. So whether that is right at the start, whether that is in like the middle silly season bit, we see loads of driver changes, whether through lack of performance, whether through lack of funds, because obviously they do fund their own races in the year.
Oh my god, my ring! Oh my
we
god,
see a lot of changes. So how many I think we're going to get? Now, we got quite a few last year, but I don't know how many we got last year, but I know that there was quite a few. But I'm going to say like 4 or 5 this year. I'm hoping it's going to be a little bit less.
There were a few last year.
From the top of my head, I feel like it was definitely more last year. But I'm going to say 4 or 5. I just hope...
Okay, so looking at Wikipedia, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 new drivers that came in. And do you know what? I think we're actually doing really well into the last couple of rounds, where all of a sudden we were just getting all these new drivers, especially Charus. But I think before that, we weren't getting as many of these drivers just swapping in and out. So we probably had about a similar amount that we did last year that we did this year. I mean, here we've got Jake Hughes, we've got Jarus, we've got Villa Gomez, which done some and then went. We've got Pierre-Louis Chevet, we've got Philip Ugram, we've got Laszlo Toth, we've got Hunter Yini, we've got Chauvenac and Simmons. And then up here, Caden Frederick missed a few, Jonathan Hoddard missed a few at the start as well. Enzo Fittipaldi only done half the season before F2, so actually we had a lot of people moving around this year, which I don't think I really thought was going to happen. So I was wrong there, really.
There's not
we had
too
a lot.
many, but again, I don't know who's going to come up, who's going to come back down, whether we're going to need somebody else to come in. I don't know what's going to happen, but probably 4 or 5. Okay,
Yeah.
so now I'm coming on to the stage where I am predicting the championship.
Oh my god, this is so nerve-wracking.
difficult.
I
This
can't
is
remember.
always very difficult, and last year I think I got it quite wrong. But I'm going to try again this year.
Oh, no.
And first I'm going to talk about the Constructors. Now, in third place for the Constructors, I have said High Tech. I have put a lot of faith in High Tech this year. I think they've got some great young rookie drivers coming in. They have got new Red Bull Junior Iwasa. So I think that's going to be a really good lineup. It's going to be very solid. Again, very young. All of them are very young.
Yeah, we'll just push you there. High Tech was 6th on 126 points. They were close to Charus in 5th. They were 1 point away from Charus, but then there was a massive jump up to MP in 4th with 224. So I didn't quite get that one right. I really was hoping that, you know, we were going to have this amazing High Tech push, but unfortunately, it didn't really happen. Didn't.
But I feel like they could come third. In second, I have actually said Prema Racing.
Oh my god!
Now,
I get it
very
right.
controversial, I know, but I just feel like Archie Leclerc is going to do very well. But I
this is what
I don't know
Oh, no.
about Ollie
Don't
Caldwell
listen to
and
this.
Dennis Hauger. I don't know what it is, but like neither of them wow me. Like when I've seen them racing, neither of them really, really wow me. And I was actually quite surprised to see Ollie re-signed for Prema.
True.
But he did, regardless, and I'm still, you know, very excited to see what he does.
I don't want to back up on what I'm saying right now, but the main point that I was saying was directed at Ollie Caldwell, because I know what Dennis Hauger had done before in Italian F4 and ADAC F4, so I don't want to try and backtrack. But Ollie Caldwell did not impress me this year, as I didn't expect him to. But Dennis Hauger, I will put my hands up and say he impressed me, and I was wrong. So sorry, Dennis.
But I'm just not sure whether they're going to perform the way that they need to in terms of getting the
Keira.
points. But I may be wrong. And in
You
first
are
place,
wrong.
I have
You
said
are
the team
wrong.
I've just been completely bragging about and boasting about, and that is Trident. As I said, I think they've got
I got it
three amazing
right!
drivers, and I just feel like that is going to be something that you need to get this Constructors Championship against Prema. It's so difficult
That's
to beat
literally
Prema.
what
They
I've been
won
saying.
everything they competed in last
Such
year.
a strong
But if
lineup.
anyone's going to do it, I think it's going to be Trident. Okay, so my top 3 drivers.
Okay, so before I get into that Drivers' Championship, I was correct in the top 1 and 2, which I'm very proud about, because I think it was very bold for me to say Trident over Prema, and a lot of people were saying I'm stupid for that. I'm sure if I went in the comments over this, they'd say, what? You said someone over Prema? But I did, and I'm very glad that I did, because to be honest with you, look what's happened. Like, look at what's happened. I was right. And as I said from the start of the season, I said, I think that Trident have a better driver lineup in terms of the 3 of them than Prema do with the 3 of them. And that's right, because Archie Leclerc had a lot of bad luck at the start of the season and then didn't quite pick it up again. Ollie Caldwell was mid-pack anyway, and Dennis was one that pretty much carried the team, whereas Trident had 3 pretty solid drivers apart from David that slipped every now and then. So I'm quite proud of myself for that one. Okay, let's go to drivers.
Now, I'm so worried to do this. Okay, so in
What did I
third
say?
place, I have said Clement Novalak. As I said earlier, I feel like...
Shut the front door! Shut the front door! Sorry. Oh my god, sorry.
He has a lot of momentum
right.
from his positive season last year, and I feel like
True.
he could get third. But again, I feel like it could be... It's either going to be a Trident or a Prema. I was very close to saying Dennis Hauger, but I have actually said Clement Novalak for P3. I feel like this whole video is just a Trident video.
It is a Trident video. Trident.
But yeah, I just feel
Love
like
you.
Clem's going to have a very good season.
Very true.
Very solid. He's going to get a lot of wins and podiums out of that car, and is overall going to have a good season. In second place, I've said Jack Doohan. Like I said earlier, he's got a lot to prove this year.
Oh my god, I'm right again. No, I'm right again. Sorry, I've just got P3 and P2 right. Am I okay? My crystal ball is glistening right now.
Last year and just didn't perform. He wasn't in a great car, so this year he is in one of the top cars, so he has no excuse. So I think if anybody,
Jack, you had no excuse and you delivered, darling.
I definitely think it's going to be Jack. And to win the championship and to be Rookie of the Year, as I said at the start, is Archer Leclerc. You know, I feel like, again, as much as I've said Trident are going to do better than Prema, I just feel like Archer is still going to do really well, and the Prema is still going to be really good. Like, the Prema is not just going to drop off. Like,
true, it didn't drop off.
The Prema is never going to drop off, and I feel like Arta is just going to absolutely blow out the walls for everybody. Like,
she said that with her chest.
But obviously it's going to be close, like it's F3, but I don't know how close it is going to be, but I feel like Archer is definitely going to beat him, and he's definitely going to win and then go up into F2 and follow the footsteps of his brother.
No. Oh, Keira, I was doing so well. Like, I was doing so well, and then I ruined it. But I did say it was a Prema, and I was right in saying it was a Prema, so I just got the wrong one, unfortunately. I doubted Dennis Hauger when I shouldn't have done, and I bigged up Archer Leclerc when I shouldn't have done. So there we have it. That was me predicting to my FIA F3 predictions from the start of the season. As I said, I filmed that all the way back in April, and I'm really happy with myself. I am quite impressed with myself. I've definitely done better this year than I did last year. Again, if you want to watch last year's, I'm going to make a playlist. I think I actually have a playlist of predictions, so I'm going to leave that down below for you to watch. But I got P1 and P2 right for the Constructors. I said high-tech instead of ART for the Constructors, and then also in the drivers I said Archer Leclerc rather than Dennis Hauger. However, I can't believe how well I've done with that Trident. Like, I'm really impressed with this, and I don't think I'll ever shut up about the fact that I feel like I manifested Trident season. Like, everywhere I was going, I was like, Trident. And look what I've done. Like, that is perfecto. I can't believe I've got P3 and P2 solid like that. So, I'm very impressed with myself. But yeah, that's it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Remember, I'll be back next year to do this all over again. Don't think I'm not going to be here. We're doing this again next year, baby. We're doing this for everybody. Remember, Abu Dhabi, I'll be doing this for F2 and F1. I made predictions for them back at their start of their seasons, and we will be back to react to them predictions. So stick around on my channel, subscribe so you do not miss that. Turn the notification bell on as well. Like the video, comment down below what your thoughts are for this video. I'm rambling. I'm going to go. I'm on a high now. I'm on a high because I got that right. Okay, bye everyone.